When people remember the great Oakland athletic teams of the 1970s, they often begin with the stars who hit towering home runs or fired blazing fastballs. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, Catfish Hunter, Raleigh Fingers, Vida Blue. But every championship team has a heartbeat. For these athletics, that heartbeat was Bert Campaneris. Born in Cuba, Campaneris arrived in the major leagues carrying little more than extraordinary speed, soft hands, and an instinct for the game that seemed impossible to teach. He wasn't the biggest player on the field. He wasn't the loudest. But from the moment he arrived, he had a way of changing games before anyone quite realized what had happened. His debut felt almost mythical. His very first major league at-bat, a home run. Before the afternoon was over, he'd hit another one. 2 home runs in his first major league game, a feat so rare that only a handful of players in baseball history have ever matched it. It was an unforgettable introduction, but it turned out those home runs weren't the real story. The real story was everything that came afterward. Campaneris became one of baseball's greatest table setters. Every ground ball became a race. Every single became a threat. Every time he reached first base, pitchers and catchers and entire defenses suddenly became distracted by one man wearing spikes. He led the American League in stolen bases 6 different times, helping revive aggressive, pressure-packed baseball during an era increasingly dominated by power. But speed alone doesn't explain Bert Campaneris. He was also one of the finest defensive shortstops of his generation. Day after day, year after year, he brought remarkable consistency to one of baseball's most demanding positions. He made the routine look effortless and the difficult look ordinary. The Athletics counted on him for everything. They counted on him to lead off games, to start rallies, to finish double plays, to score the first run, to make the final out. When the franchise moved from Kansas City to Oakland, Campaneris became the bridge between the two cities and the foundation upon which a dynasty would eventually be built. Then came October. The Athletics won 3 straight World Series from 1972 through 1974, one of baseball's greatest dynasties. Those clubs had unforgettable personalities, but Campaneris gave them balance. While others provided fireworks, he supplied momentum. His postseason moments were memorable in their own right. A dramatic extra-inning home run against Baltimore, a lead-off blast to ignite another playoff game, a key home run in Game 7 of the 1973 World Series against the New York Mets. And fittingly, he caught the final out as Oakland secured back-to-back championships. And of course, no career is remembered without a little controversy. During the 1972 American League Championship Series, after being hit by a pitch, Campaneris famously threw his bat toward the pitcher. It became one of the defining images of that postseason and reflected just how fiercely he competed. The incident earned him a suspension, but it never overshadowed the remarkable career that surrounded it. One of the most delightful chapters of his career came years earlier when owner Chuck Finley dreamed up a baseball promotion unlike any other. Campaneris played all 9 positions in one game: shortstop, second base, third base, left field, center field, right field, first base, pitcher, catcher. He even pitched both right-handed and left-handed depending on the hitter. It sounded like a publicity stunt, yet only a tiny handful of players in Major League history have ever accomplished it. That versatility perfectly captured who Bert Campaneris was. Whatever the team needed, he was willing to do it. As the years passed, he continued contributing with Texas, California, and finally the Yankees, proving that baseball intelligence ages beautifully. In his final major league season, he hit over 300 as a veteran reserve before walking away from the game. When his career ended, he'd collected well over 2,000 hits, stolen hundreds upon hundreds of bases, earned multiple all-star selections, and became one of the defining players in athletics history. His franchise records for games played, hits, and at-bats stood as reminders that greatness isn't always measured by headlines. Sometimes it's measured by showing up nearly every day, making the smart play, taking the extra base, moving the runner, turning the double play, helping your team win in ways that don't always fit neatly into a box score. Bert Campaneris was simply one of the fastest players of his era. He was one of its smartest, one of its steadiest, and one of the essential pieces of one of baseball's greatest dynasties. I'm Mr. Baseball, and this has been Players, a Smell Baseball podcast.